Oh snap, Amazon's in trouble. I knew this was coming. There's no way to maintain such a big platform without completely destroying how the economics of everything works. And I think these people just cracked the code. And I hope this goes super uber completely viral because I think everyone needs to see this, especially those who think everything is okay until it's not. But this is what always happens. Everything is always okay to most people until it's not, and then most people are like, "Oh crap, nothing is okay." It's not been okay for a long time, and this is so important for people to start wrapping their minds around this. And maybe over time, we might be able to change some rules about how this game is being played, because this is what the world is. It's a big playing field. It's a game that certain people are so good at that it's going to blow your mind. So I hope this blows your mind as much as it blew mine, because wow, I've only seen maybe a couple minutes of this, maybe 3-4 minutes. So, we're watching this as I'm reacting to it, but you guys should definitely go and check out this whole video. And also, I'm going to be playing this at 1.25 speed. It's so much information that I want to react to as much of it as I can. And I won't be able to get through much of it if I played at one speed. So 1.25, let's get a 1.25 in.
That's me, shopping for this burning Godzilla figure from the classic flick Godzilla vs. Destroyer. For my 3-year-old kid, obviously. I saw that Amazon had it for $26.98. Then I checked Walmart just to make sure I was getting the best deal. $26.98, the same oddly specific price. Huh.
Yep.
A few weeks later, the same toy suddenly cost $27.99 at Amazon, $27.99 at Walmart, $27.99 at GameStop.
I know some of you are probably like, yeah, I've seen this in places. Like I go to multiple websites and it's all around like the exact same price, if not the exact same price. And it's really odd because it's a phenomenon that as a normal consumer, it's like, am I really going to do research into this and see why it's such a thing? In my normal average person mind, this is just how the marketplace works. Like, this is how I think about it. Like, this is just how the marketplace works. All of these different platforms are competing with each other, and they are essentially trying to get the best price for these things. So they're not outpriced here, because if I go to Target and they're selling it for $25, well, if I go to Giant, might they be selling it for $23? Then I'm just going to go to Giant straight up. But it doesn't always work like that. These places always have the same prices. Mysterious, but not really.
Matching low prices, moving in tandem. Something was off. You wouldn't see this kind of thing in brick and mortar retail stores. They always try to outdo one another. So I decided to keep shopping. As research. Soon I was finding strange, correlating prices everywhere. This pack of toilet paper, $8.44 at Amazon, Walmart, and a few other stores. A few weeks later, it's $8.96 in all locations.
Crazy.
Sock and Go for kiddos, $24.97 across the board. Weird numbers, probably no accident. And it turns out it wasn't. So I did some digging and found myself staring down what appears to be an intricate scheme to rig the economy, raid your wallet, and squeeze small businesses. Who's behind it? Amazon.
There has never been a company as powerful as Amazon.
You're offering the lowest price, and it is the lowest price, but what people don't know, it would be lower if you weren't doing what you're doing. It's pure coercion.
You rarely see it this explicitly.
It would be lower if you weren't doing what you're doing. That's actually kind of crazy. That's a crazy statement to make. Because if you're telling me that this charging cable that I have, like, okay, so like this Bluetooth headphones thing that I have, this wicked audio, if it's going to be $10 at Walmart, but instead it's like $50 on Amazon, I'm paying $50 for something that really should be 25. So consumers aren't deciding anymore what something is worth. The producer is deciding what everyone should pay, which is fine. The problem is when it comes to the point where I say, well, I don't think the iPhone charging cable is worth $30 anymore because nothing is new about it. It should be like $15, but I can't find it $15 anywhere except eBay. I'm not buying the thing off of eBay because I've been ripped off of eBay. So they're using this like we're the safest store that you can buy these things, and you're just not gonna find it anywhere else. So you better buy the $30 cord or else you're not gonna have a phone. Crap. I guess I do have to buy it. This is a scheme, man, because you're not letting the economy decide the worth of your product. You're literally telling people they have to buy this or else they're out of luck, which is fine. That works when one company does it. But you guys are going to see just not one company isn't the only company doing this, because then no one would buy it from that store. We would all go to the cheaper place, but they're all doing this together. That's the scheme. That's the scheme.
Is smoking gun stuff.
Amazon completely dominates online shopping in the US, and much more, with an image built on affordability and convenience. But accusations are growing that what feels like cost savings is actually the opposite. and they're doing it.
I don't think accusations are growing. There's so many accusations. I mean, when you think about the Amazon truck drivers that drive around to deliver your stuff at odd hours of the day, some of them have really nice looking cars. Like, why are you doing delivery service? Like, anyone can catch these hands, basically, is what Amazon is saying. And now Walmart is doing it too.
All with this one simple trick.
We are going to take those orders and we are going to pack them in bubble mailers to cardboard boxes so we can get those products safely to you.
Molson Hart makes educational toys through his company Viahart. He's been selling on Amazon since 2014, and he runs his business in part out of his warehouse in Texas.
This is our best-selling product, Brain Flakes. They're interlocking plastic discs, which teach kids dexterity and spatial thinking, and you can make some really cool designs.
I reached out to Hart because he's no middleman. He invents and designs his products, arranges their manufacturing, and then he distributes them.
These are many of our Tiger Heart stuffed animals, and some of our designs, I think, are the best.
Also, props to these guys for finding the most random item seller on Amazon, at least in my world. This is completely random. Never seen any of this before, but they're getting him to tell us the real life story of what he's experienced, which again, you're not going to find this on TV. You're not going to find this in the investigative journalism that are essentially might be bought out by these big corporations. Like, this is foot on the ground kind of journalism work, which this is good, right? This is good until the big corporations are like, you guys are doing too much exposure, so we're gonna buy you out, or like we're gonna just destroy. I'm even surprised this is doing so well. This has like 4 million views on YouTube, and this is wild. But anyway,
In the world, so this is the world's best armadillo plush.
You'd think that owning the entire process from conception to naming to wrapping the thing, it would mean that he determines the pricing, right?
So one time, Brain Flakes, which is our bestseller, got suspended for having a lower price on the Target marketplace.
At the time, Molson was selling Brain Flakes at Target for $19.
So I'm just gonna process that for a minute. They essentially got banned from the platform for having a lower price. Why do you care? Why do you care? Why does that matter? If I want to sell this item that took 50 years to make for $2 and it's the best seller, why do you care if it's $2? Unless maybe you want to make a bunch of money off of me and you're so big that I can't really go anywhere else to find a platform to really monetize my stuff. So I'm stuck monetizing on your platform, and you're large enough to dictate kind of what I do with my items, which is wild.
Suspended for having a lower price on the Target marketplace.
At the time, Molson was selling Brain Flakes at Target for $19.98. Price listed on Amazon, $19.99. A 1 cent discrepancy that set off a rush to avoid financial disaster.
You're
Wow.
scrambling with your team, you're on Slack, you're shooting emails, you're making calls, you're doing everything you can to get back
An
on.
emergency,
It's a horrible
yeah.
experience.
This is a standard occurrence with Amazon. The company schemes to have the lowest prices have been known under various names, price parity policy, fair market price guarantee among them, but it all boils down to a few basic alleged principles.
See, and those are policies and things put into place to try to regulate the marketplace. But again, the cheat is in the details. The loopholes are in the details. Certain words might not mean completely what you think they mean. Certain words might carve out a little tiny space for you to find a way to put your wire through and still do what you want to do, but on at face value, people think that it means something. This is why your normal average person is getting swindled by the system, because the system knows its loopholes, but the normal average person thinks it's all safeguarded and protected and whatever. This is why, like, all the, oh no, we're not going to sell your data stuff. Oh no, we got hacked. Oh, you did? Yeah, totally.
First, it's what we call third-party coercion.
What Amazon does is it reviews and scans and surveys all the other platforms besides Amazon, like Walmart's platform, Target's online platform.
That's Rob Bonta, Attorney General of California, who has spent years investigating Amazon. And please note, the following are my words, not his. Think Amazon's pricing algorithms as Skynet, the all-seeing AI in the Terminator movies. When it sees competition, it takes action to, well, terminate it.
They flag it when the price for a product on Amazon is lower on another platform, like Target or Walmart. And then they encourage the wholesaler to raise the price to match Amazon's price so that there is not a lower price out in the market that's lower.
Basically, you have the big fat bully going around telling everyone what to do. That's what Amazon is. Amazon is a bully. Amazon is a bully. And if you have any weight under your belt, well, the bully who weighs 15 times your size is going to tell you what to do, and there's nothing you can do about it. It sounds like they're going to shut down most stores. Of course, the mom and pop stuff have been completely destroyed by your Home Depot and your Lowe's and stuff. And now Amazon is the bigger fish that's going to dictate to those stores what to do. What's going to be the bigger fish? What's going to be the next bigger fish?
Than Amazon's.
Okay, so that raised a few questions. Primarily, what does encourage mean? Here's where the aforementioned smoking gun comes in the form of emails discovered during Bonta's investigation.
Amazon saw that Levi's khakis were being provided on Walmart's online platform at a lower price than on Amazon. Amazon was selling it at $29.99, and on Walmart it was a little over $25 to $26.99.
Wow.
Amazon flagged that for Levi's and said, we need to get this resolved.
That's
They
crazy.
use words like that. This needs to be resolved. Levi's.
That's crazy. Technical jargon, right? Legal jargon. So the crazy thing about this is exactly how the economy decides how much something is worth. If Walmart can make this $26.99, that means that maybe the jeans were made or the pants were made at $10. That means that Walmart says, we're willing to compete with Amazon on this, who's selling this for $29.99. We're willing to bring that down to $26.99. We're gonna lose $3 in competition, but we're gonna make a lot more of that back in this amount of sales that we get, because people aren't gonna buy this on Amazon. They're gonna buy from us because we have it cheaper. Remember, it was made for $10, so they're still making $17 on it. So what's gonna happen is people are gonna say, $26, I'm gonna go for that, because these are pants. And then some other store is gonna say, well, we made this for $10. We can definitely sell this for $20 and compete with Walmart. And so people are gonna flood to the people who are selling it for $20. And then it's gonna keep dropping and dropping until maybe it drops to $12, where it's like, all right, we can't go much lower than this because we need to make a profit off of it. So over the course of the years, these pants become $12 and everyone flocks to the $12 instead of Amazon's $29. The economy has decided how much this thing should be worth, and the producer has decided, I can take some loss on this amount that I inflated for no reason. No one's gonna buy it. It's all a gimmick. Yeah, okay, $12 is my bare minimum. It's like where I'm gonna make my money, I guess. I'm not losing anything. I'm just gonna stick to $12. But Amazon is saying, no, you can't take it down. You can't take it down at all. We're gonna stick to this price, or we're gonna destroy you. Holy crap. Holy, because this is the greed that we're talking about. This is the greed. Amazon is now a machine. It doesn't care about people. It's literally a machine. Do you know how many times I see a patented item online and then I go to Walmart or I go to Amazon and there's a knockoff version of it sold by some Chinese person, and like 3 months later the item isn't there anymore, and you've maybe bought a warranty on it instead of going with the patented item the original seller selling. You go for the knockoff, and they just get kicked off Amazon, or they leave Amazon because they've made their money, and Amazon supports this. Kind of crazy.
Worked with Walmart and got the price raised so that it was the higher price
Oh yeah, they worked with Walmart. Yeah, sure. Worked with. Okay.
of $29.99 instead of having a lower price.
So what does Amazon do to these vendors that spook them so much? The punishment at the center of the lawsuits involves Amazon cutting off access to what's known as the buy box. You know, that box on the right with the add to cart and buy now buttons?
That's a special feature that exists on
Wow.
Amazon platform where tons of sales are made. It's basically the recommended item when there's multiple choices.
You can make the argument that these little yellow and orange buttons are the most powerful tool on the internet. Essentially, Amazon is designed so that if you don't have the buy box on an item, it's almost impossible for anyone to add.
You know what's crazy? I've actually seen some items where there isn't a buy box or add to cart. Wow, that's what's going on?
Your stuff to their cart.
If you lose a buy box on a best-selling product, that can mean not being profitable that month or even that year.
One vendor shared with us that they lost 80% of their sales when they were taken out of the buy box.
A merchant knows that getting disqualified from the buy box is a kiss of death.
Steve Berman led the biggest antitrust settlement in U.S. history and has a number of active suits against Amazon.
So when Amazon says, you don't change your price, you're out, they change their price.
So why not just say screw it and take a hike, walk away from Amazon? Well, to quote the marketing campaign for the infamous 1998 American Godzilla movie, size matters.
Well, you can't just walk away from them. How are you going to walk away from the biggest one of the biggest platforms on the internet? Like they're dominating the internet right now. So to say, no, I'm just going to go start my own little website, or I'm going to go and sell to Walmart. They're in control of all of these big corporations. You can't sell your thing cheaper online without Amazon finding out about it and potentially threatening you to like, hey, you better fix this or else. Like, you can't do that. And the problem is, what if you have a patented item that everyone wants, but you don't sell it on Amazon? Does that mean Amazon can de-rank your website or your item that you're selling, like to like the 5th page where no one ever goes? That's like the country place with the tumbleweeds. Like, no one goes to the 5th page when they're trying to buy items. No one goes there. Can they do that? I wouldn't put it past them. If they can bully Walmart or Target to change their prices, I'm pretty sure like they can have Google de-rank items that aren't selling on their platform that would make them money. I wouldn't put it past them. This is something new. I'm definitely going to watch the rest of this video later. You guys can check it out. The link will be in the description for it. But if you got any value out of this, check out the rest of this video. Leave a like, comment, share the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Peace.